do relationships develop? Relationships develop as value is exchanged, whatever is perceived to be a value. And have you ever had a meaningful, deep relationship that you haven't had some form of dependable, reliable, and valuable communication? So, so what we recommend as a pro forma way to approach this, if you have the strategic prospecting base of 400 accounts, which you just alluded to, which is 108 clients, 300 beat clients, that was set up mathematically for a specific reason. And that reason is this: your top 100, it has you engaging them personally and physically, physically meaning something you send them, something they can hold in their hand. A market report, a letter, a postcard, a gift, whatever. That cadence of monthly has you touching your A list. If you have 100, that's 25 a week. That's 5 a day. That's 5 phone calls or 5 meetings, most likely phone calls. And if you'll do that cadence 25 a week, you'll go through all 100. We'll talk in a second here about what you do on those calls. But the point is, that's showing up on a monthly basis because you are deeming these to be the most important target relationships, either that you have or that you want. Yeah. The B list cadence that you start with, what we recommend, is a quarterly cadence for personal and physical touches. The A list is a monthly cadence. Digital touches, I recommend they're at least once a week, but they have to be of value so you're not spamming people. Just as the calls need to be of value, just as the marketing pieces you send need to be of value. So you design a program where you're going to make 5 phone calls a day or 25 a week, however you want to spread them. You're covering 100 on your A list. You also do a commensurate amount of B list calls during the same week, because if you do that in a month, you've covered 100 on your B list. And if the cadence is quarterly, there's 3 months in a quarter, guess what? You get through all 300 on a quarterly basis. And the beauty of having this structure is it gives you a system to run on. You can assign your calls 12 months in advance because they are not deal specific. They are business development calls. Now, let me clarify something. When you have a deal specific call, you make that as fast as you can possibly make it. And when you make a deal specific call, you don't need to make the other call because you've already touched them. You've already engaged. But this makes sure that you don't go more than 30 days or 90 days from your important targets from hearing from you.
When Paul is going on this discussion about A's and B's and call them monthly, call them quarterly, Paul and I were sitting in New York years ago. we were actually doing a consult for a major brokerage firm, and we were having dinner at an Italian restaurant on 6th Avenue. I remember it well. And he shared me this idea of this strategic prospecting element where you would call your A's every month, your top 100, and then your next 300 every quarter. And he wrote it on a napkin. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely was. So then we took that and we create the call calculator. Sounds crazy, but that's what we call it. And you will all get this. You will all get this when you reach that week of your prospecting. It's probably the latter stage of these 8 weeks, if not the 9th week. I'll figure out when it is. But just a quick share here. So what Paul is talking about was, so he had your A prospects and your B prospects. Here's B prospects, A prospects. So these are, my camera's in my way. I think these are A's or B's. I know what they are. But these are your prospects that you will use and fill into your sheet. These are quarterly. These are B's prospects. I can tell because they're quarterly. Here's my A prospects, right? So I'll have 100 of those that I'll call monthly. And then my B prospects, 300 of those. Paul went through the math with you all on this. They'll go through quarterly. And what this platform will do for you, this template, you'll fill it in. And every week, you'll have 100 people to call every single week. Sorry, 50 people. 50
50
people
people.
call. 50 people call every single week, and it will automatically fill it in for you. So you'll know who to call every week. If you just call these people every week, again, top 100, top 300, monthly, quarterly, believe it or not, your pipeline is going to get full because you have a regular cadence. Now, look, calling 50 people doesn't mean you're going to dial the phone 50 times. Maybe mean 100, 150, 200, 250. I don't know. Some of you may use dollars, some of you not.